Welcome to this episode of Liberty Creek. Jen and I are up here, and it is December 14th. We took off because it's our anniversary on the 18th. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. And we're up here. We're going to celebrate a little bit and just relax. Just get away, spend some time with each other, and come up to the cabin. Now, we arrived at the cabin. It is cold outside. There's only a little snow on the ground. It's nothing crazy. And let me give you some updates. Let's talk about EcoFlow. Okay. You see my EcoFlow sitting over there? Well, I think last time we left, EcoFlow ran for about 2 days. My cameras were up. Everything was good. And it was just overcast, and then they died. They came back online for about 4 hours one day, and it died again. And it's been about 2 weeks, and we have not had any power at the cabin. So we got up here tonight. I went in there, looked at it. One has like 16% power. One has 14% power. I think they power up at 20%. And I guess they're just not charging up. So I kicked over the generator, which the generator shed, of course. The lock was frozen. So I'm out there at 8:30 at night in temperatures of 25 degrees, trying to get the generator shed open, which I finally got open. And yes, this is a particular lock that I bought. It's for outside, has a little cover and everything. It's supposed to not freeze. It froze. Anyway, and then, folks, guess what? I could not freeze it. I blew in it. I got none of the lighters would work for me. My cigar lighter, that thing's a blowtorch. It's out of fluid. Nothing was working right for me when I got up there. So that's happening. I know I've been putting out reviews, and I know you guys don't like them. But hey, if a company says, come give us a review, you get it free, I'm going to do it, especially if it's cool. Like this heated jacket. It's right over here. I've been using it. It looks just like the my concealed carry soft shell jacket that I got from the Glock store. It looks just like it, except for this has the heating element and it doesn't have the concealable hiding spot. But it looks just like it. I really like the look. And it actually works. It keeps you warm. I mean, you're not sweating in it, folks, but it works. Like, it takes the chill out. So far, so good. The battery, you got to be careful with that. Now I learned to reach in when I'm done and just unplug it. You keep it plugged in. You think if you shut it off, I don't know why, battery's always dead. So I just charge it now every 2 days. And whenever I get cold, I just turn it on. It turns on. It keeps me nice. I like it. The boots that I reviewed, haven't tried them, since I was up here last. And yeah, we'll start tomorrow off with just relaxing. I think Jen and I are going to go out and about, and we're just going to have some fun. Probably in the next couple weeks or next couple of times up here, I will be getting this done. You might see one of my friends come up and help me. But yeah, I had a couple of my buddies wanting to come up, maybe do a little pew-pewing, and put up the last bit of tongue and groove, and I'm finished with that. Whew, anything else? Anything else going on, Jen? If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up now before you forget. It's been tough. It's been tough YouTube lately. It's everything's going. It kills me because if you subscribe to my channel, I like my freedoms, my guns, everything, okay? And it kills me that I've been asked so many times, can you make an AR-15, like a cleaning video, how to break it down, how to put it back together? And people have been asking me for a long time, my friends, some of them. And I say, okay, I just put out a video that does exactly that. And I could have done a better job at it, but I was shooting. I wanted to just clean my gun. I said, let me throw together a video. I wish I had my other camera for tighter close-ups and stuff like that. But anyway, I threw it together. I posted it up. Within like 24 hours, it was demonetized. YouTube said, hey, you could have this video, but you can't make money off of it. And that kills me. You know, like, why? It has nothing to do. It's an educational video. I'm not doing anything crazy with it. I just don't understand that, folks. I could go on a rant right now about how crazy I think people are that don't understand the Second Amendment, don't understand firearms at all, and to me, they're just very uneducated people, and they're scared of something. They have no idea what they're talking about. But I'm not going on that rant now. I might make a video because besides building this cabin, and I might change some content up. Just not going to get too much into politics on this this YouTube channel, but oh my God, it's getting ridiculous out there, folks. It is getting ridiculous. I cannot believe they took my video and said that I can't make any money off it. It's not like I make any money off these videos as it is, but they're saying, oh, there's no advertisers that will advertise on this. I find that hard to believe. Totally off topic from that. I want to give a shout out. Someone gave me a shout out, and I appreciate stuff like that. Like I said, I always try to motivate people and get you up, get you going, and just, you know, get off that couch, stop watching YouTube, go do the things that you've been watching about for the last 2 years, like build a cabin in the woods. And if you're watching my videos, you're probably looking to do that. But there's a channel that I'm subscribed to, and I like his content a lot. The Handyman channel. I'm gonna post it up here. I forget the gentleman's name, but he's really entertaining, and I love his content. I watched a bunch of his videos, and he's good to go. And I'm gonna post him up. He's subscribed to my channel. He gave me a shout out. He told me in the video that I motivated him to get off the couch, stop playing video games, and get out to the workshop and complete a couple projects that he's been putting off. But his channel is the Handyman channel, and he actually shows you how to do a lot of stuff. So if you like this video and this channel, because how I build things and I show you how to do stuff, then you'll like his channel too. Go check him out. It's real cool.
Well, folks, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday morning, and it was a windy night, all night. That's all you heard is the wind, and it's still windy. Jen hates it when it's windy up here because of the trees. Look at it. So I just went ahead and I put on my heated jacket. Let me see if I might have unplugged it. No, it's on. Turn that on, and I do have I don't know if you saw that, my boots on. I slid those on. This is great. It is. These things are convenient for what I use them for. Slid them on. They're warm. My feet are going to be dry walking through the snow. I can't tell you. Oh boy, my little solar panel here blew off the porch. When did it blow off? I don't know, but I put it back on the porch yesterday, and it's back on the ground today. So I'm gonna just leave it on the ground here so it doesn't break. And as you can see, there's grass frozen to it. Hopefully it's not ruined. Can't tell you how disappointed I am with this damn solar power. To run a cabin off grid, especially if you're not there full time, I believe what you would have to do is max out the system with the batteries, especially at EcoFlow. It could take 2 external batteries at EcoFlow. So you would have to buy both batteries. And if you just go through EcoFlow and their best, I would get hard panels they have, make a big array. And if you can get a tracking system, get a tracking system. So you're dumping maybe about close to 8 to 10 grand into a system. That system there isn't over, right now it's probably close to like 35 to, no, I say maybe 5 grand I got into it right now, and it sucks. It sucks. I'm pretty convinced now it cannot stand cold weather, especially being idle, I guess. I don't know. It's just frustrating because I miss it. It is awesome to be able to turn the switch on and it just works. This will work, I believe, all through the warm months, but I was fearing the winter was going to give me problems, and it sure the hell is. So I'm going to go back inside, see, because they've been sitting in the cabin all night. I was able to get the cabin up to 70 something degrees last night. I woke up, it's like 68 in there now. It's about 31 degrees outside, and I'm going to see if that low temperature issue stopped, and see if I could get these things to start charging off the generator. And maybe I can't take them home this weekend. I think I'm gonna have to take them home, call it a wraps for the winter, run off a generator like I used to, and that just sucks. Let me turn the generator over. Oh my god, the wind blew over my center block. I guess the door hit it so hard it knocked it over. I put it there so the door don't shut, just in case I keep the generator going, because it will get hot in there. And this generator's a beast. Here, the only problem is, you hear that? The battery has seen 2 cold winters, and it's on its last leg. That's why this generator is so awesome. It has a pull cord too, and some don't. And it started up with one rip yesterday and got me going. Let me do it. Let me set it up again. I might have a tree down over there. I gotta go look. Will make Jen happy because she's inside and she's gonna start breakfast. She's making me some like scrambled eggs with little potatoes in it, some bacon, all that good stuff. She's a great woman, and she takes care of me and I take care of her. That's why this Monday will be our 30th year anniversary, wedding anniversary. 30 years ago we said I do. I'll usually pop up a picture. Yeah, that was me, a little skinny dork, and yeah, some reason she saw some potential in me. Yeah, that's my high school sweetheart. We met when we were 16. Let me see, is this tree down or has it been down? No, it fell down. Oh wow, I'm hoping that one's. Shit, trees are falling down all over the damn place. Yeah, that tree wasn't down. Was it? I'm trying to think. Maybe it's just because of the brush is all gone. Yeah, check this out. I don't think I could get to it this year. Maybe I will if I need more firewood. But this one, you could tell, it kind of was like uprooted. It's been sitting over there as a dead tree for a while. I think it lost its top a couple years back. Lost all its bark, and it came out of the ground, fell, and now I could come down and probably just cut it up. That was standing dead, so it's probably you know, seasoned and everything. So, but that's a big one too. A lot of firewood. No, I don't see any more on the path, so that's good. There's one way down there, but that might have been down. Oh yeah, there's one right there. There's a big one. That wasn't like that. Yeah, some of these trees have been standing dead for a while. I need to get in there and cut them down. I just haven't. I've been trying to like manage the firewood because next year I plan on having a much bigger shed, and just going around cleaning up a lot of these standing deads that are up top here, and cut up a bunch more firewood and be able to stow it without it, you know, just getting ruined. All right, let me get inside. Oh, it's 65 degrees out, 32 degrees outside. Oh. Jen's making the coffee. And bacon. Yes, I am a bacon guy. Got the coffee again. Jen and Jay, this channel. That was an excellent idea. I don't know how I didn't think of that before. You know, the coffee pot with the thermos, so you don't have to have the hot plate. Keep running and pulling juice. That's awesome. Thanks for that tip. See, things like that. That's why I watch you guys. And plus, you're funny. You're funny. You're entertaining. I try to be entertained too. But all right, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and try to turn my EcoFlow Pros on, or just the main unit, and see what type of error it's giving me now. And I'll let you know if I figure all this out. If I don't figure it out this weekend, I wish I could take them home, but I can't this weekend because I'm not going straight home. Oh, hallelujah, folks. It's charging. So here's the problem. This will not work up at the cabin in the winter. What I could do, I don't know if it's going to damage the batteries. Probably not. Now, they claim that it's safe till it starts going negative. Once it starts going negative degrees, the batteries, it's not going to work like it's intended to. So my only problem is it has not even been close to negative degrees up at the cabin this year yet. We're only in December. So it's working. The problem with this whole unit was the temperature. It's too cold. It would not charge. When it was, I forget what it was last night, 28, 30 degrees, it was not charging. It was given a low temperature warning. My YouTube channel friend there, Joe at St. Bernard Acres, he was going through a little frustration too, and he was just like, screw it. His off-grid cabin is now an on-grid cabin. I'm not going that route, folks, just because right now I like to keep this property very simple because we're part-time off-gridders. So we're going to continue to try with the solar, but like I said, it might just be generator again this winter, and maybe in the future we'll go on grid and have an awesome backup system. So if something happens to the grid, or the shit hits the fan, or something like that, we come up here full time, we could roll right in. But yeah, the disappointment, EcoFlow, definitely. They really got for the amount of money this unit is. I could have built a unit that is probably you go Signature Solar for the amount of money for this. You could build a ginormous system. It had all really good panels, had maybe 2 or 3 batteries that you start putting on the battery rack, and you have a lot cheaper inverter and all in one system, and you build on for that. This one I could take one more battery and that's it. And I probably eventually will get the battery if I see it go on sale, because they're coming out with a new unit again, saying, oh, you can power a whole cabin. Well, they said that about this too. But again, the bad thing about solar, you have to keep the batteries warm in low temperatures. You have to have a way to keep them warm. And the other system, you build your own system, they actually have built-in heaters in the actual batteries. So I should have probably went that route. It would have been cheaper. This was just convenience. This is plug and play. This is portable. So that's another awesome. You're paying for it to be portable. That's the main thing. And it looks nice. Very clean. Very easy to use. Nice display. But folks, if you're looking to get into this game, really do your research. I knew what I was getting into in the whole
gamble thing of the cold. I don't think that would work out with any system. Besides, if those batteries, that if I chose those batteries that have the heater element in them and that works, then again I have to really hope that I still could charge the batteries. I would have to get the tracking system because the sun sucks over here. I'm cutting down more and more trees, but still, in wintertime, that sun is low. It likes to boogie through the sky right here, and it's gone. So you only got a couple hours to grab that sun. And for some reason, you know, my Starlink loves to eat that power, especially in the winter when it's hitting that heater to take off the snow off the satellite. We love our birds. All right, I just disconnected the plumbing underneath the sink. It's running into a 5-gallon bucket now because it will freeze. Disconnected the elbow underneath the cabin as well last time I was up here. And now I'm gonna go see how I screwed up my water system this year. So I'm gonna try to leave my my cooler up this year. I mean, leave it up for the rest of the winter. It's where I usually leave it. There's ice in it. It won't melt the rest of the time, but that's why I leave it. It is like having a freezer. Ooh, this is dripping. Ooh, it's getting warm. It's getting warm. So let's take a walk over. Batteries are charging. Everything's looking good. Gotta clean off that solar panel. That's what happens when it blows off the porch and it snows and it ices. So, my dumbass, you know, I'm running around doing a bunch of things and I definitely screwed up this year. For starters, I'm supposed to remove the ball out of here. I did not. What happened, it got some runoff up top. It came down into the first flush and it actually just froze. So it's because it froze the ball in place. The water that was able to go up, it came down and ran off into the tank. So now I have like a foot of water in my tanks. I hope the tank could handle it. If not, I'll be out $250 or whatever it cost me. I think it cost me, these cost me I think $90 each, but they're now up to about 100 and change. And what a waste. But that's what happens when you don't maintain things correctly, and it's totally my fault. And then I have the idea of removing this so it wouldn't fill it up more. And what did I end up doing? I ended up leaving without capping this off here. So probably more rainwater, if it did rain, went down inside this particular one. Because I did not have a solid top to put on it. and I forgot all about plugging it before I left because I was doing things last minute as always. So I did order a new one, and I'm gonna put that on now. Just hope for the best. Sometimes, folks, my lessons are always learned the hard way. Let me see. Oh yeah, that's solid. It looks solid. It could be floating, but it's looking like there's a foot of water in there, and the top 6 inches is pure ice. Looks like that's going to stay like that until spring. I have the faucet open, so if it does start, yeah, the faucet's open, but I'm sure this pipe is frozen as well. Take a look. Hopefully none of my PVC pipe cracks. Usually they withstand the cold and the frozen water pretty well. Yeah, so it looks like there won't be anything going on at the cabin and work-wise until the springtime, unfortunately. But there's still a lot to do. We will be extending the porch. I will try to extend it out to 6 foot and bring it over and then put the stairs on. Definitely, that's one of the first things I'm doing. I do see the birds are out. I wonder if they're eating my bird seed. I don't see any, but there's a bunch of birds right there in the trees. Oh no. Oh, they have to. Oh yeah, they're eating. Awesome. Let's go take a look. All right, folks, it was a long day for Jen and I. I should have took my camera along to show you what we were up to. Jen and I went to the Vermont country store. It's probably about an hour from here, hour and 10. And we got up there. Ridiculous, folks, I'm telling you. And they got a little country store across the street from it as well. We always like going up to there's 2 Vermont country stores. Which is the one we go to? Weston. The one in Weston is just a little nicer, it's bigger, and there's one across the street, a little country store as well. Since COVID, they took away all the samplers. They used to have samplers all over of the dip that you could buy, and you could dip pretzels in it, or they sell these like little cookies. And that was part of going to the Vermont country store. Every time we went, we were sampling, we would buy some of the stuff, and they really got some good dips and mustards and stuff. But because of COVID, they're afraid to put anything out, I guess, anymore. And that place is really fun to walk around and look at things, because they have things or remake of products that you haven't seen in so long. Like if you go over by their candy section, they got candies from the 50s or just candy that you don't see in the towns around here. And if you're older, you'll recognize some of these things that are not just everyday available anymore. Old style candies. They have the candy cigarettes. They have all types of cool stuff in this store. But they have old games, all types of stuff that you just don't see. They have it, and they got clothing, really nice stuff. But the prices, oh my God, you better take out another mortgage on your house because the prices are ridiculous. Like, for instance, when we first walked in, Jennifer saw a ornament for a tree. And it said, Vermont country store on it. It was a nice little ornament. How much you think the ornament should be? This is made out of wood. A little cutout of the store. Probably, I think it was a sticker over the cutout. It said Vermont country store. Tops. I was thinking in my head, and I'm usually dead on. I'm really good at Price is Right. I'm usually dead. Right, Jen? So I'm thinking, maybe $7.99. All right, let's double it. I got to do math in my head. Was it $15.98? You're going to buy this ornament for almost $20, folks. Then you go around and look at some of these clothing. They have like nightgowns and men's nightgowns and pajamas, like old style fashion, like thick cotton. They got this type that you could drop the drawers in the back to go to the bathroom. Really, really funny, neat stuff. And it's the real deal. You're paying $90 for that pair of pajamas. They have stuff for the bathroom bombs, stuff like that. Anything you pick up in this place is $30. You go over where you could get stocking stuffers. And we're looking at like just little neat gadgets and stuff. Everything is $10, $20. So you're not going to be stuffing too many stockings. Just go online. I think they're online as well. You go to Vermont Country Store. I know they do have a catalog. You could get the catalog mailed to your house. It's just, it was funny because Jen and I are going around, and at one point I'm like, she's like, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, $300. What is it, $300? And she's like, no. Then we started trying to guess them. We were never close to the price. They have a lot of cookware and all the nice little gadgets and stuff. Everything is twice, 3 times the amount if you found something similar in Walmart. So, with that being said, we didn't buy much. But it was funny, as we're walking around, we ran into, 2 people that were like, why is these things so much money? I don't know how they could even, who's buying this stuff? But the place is packed. There's all these New Yorkers in there on vacation up at the skiing at the mountains, just like throwing money at these people. So the prices ain't going down. But anyway, I saw a couple of neat things. Up here at the cabin, I have my other toothbrush. And I just like to keep the bristles covered. So Jen's seen this, and I got it. Another thing was, check this out, folks. It's a bird feeder. I thought this was cool, and this cost me, it's a decent price, $12, $12.95. So I'm still. So basically, if you can see the picture there, it gets hooked up to a 2-liter bottle, and you fill the 2-liter bottle with bird seed. And then they come over and they'll eat out of the little holes there. It's pretty cool. I'll try it out tomorrow morning. What else did we buy, Jen? I got a sticker that says Vermont. It used to be on the old truck's rear window. We got some candy. But that's about it. That's about it, folks. We did also find a bakery that I received a comment on one of my past videos. Shout out, thank you. Jen and I checked out a local bakery, so we don't have to drive all the way down to Sticky Fingers. Mm-hmm. And they make some outstanding stuff. So this is what I have left over. I'll probably have that for dessert tonight after I eat. And that is a peanut butter brownie thing. And this morning I had, what did I have? I forget what.
It was like a blondie.
Yeah, it was like a blondie brownie, peanut butter blondie. It was delicious. What are you making?
Almond Joy cookies.
Are you kidding me, folks? I thought that was a bowl of rice for a minute. I was like, we're having rice tonight? I love coconut. A lot of people don't. I can't find anybody that really likes Almond Joy, but Almond Joys are like the number 1 candy bar in Connecticut. I love Almond Joys.
One time they were made,
they were made in
company was there,
Connecticut.
yeah.
What's
Paul.
Peter Paul? I remember it was in Naugatuck or somewhere, right? So we love them. Jen and I love Almond Joys, but coconut. Look at this. Oh my
Hard
God!
to make into balls.
You could do it.
Yeah, I know.
Strengthen your hand strength.
It's been messy.
All right, folks. So that's what's going on here. Yeah, that's it. Jen's making cookies. I'll show you the outcome. I already ate a bunch of.
We don't have to eat them today.
Oh, I'll definitely have a couple today. The cabin stayed pretty warm all day. We got back from being out all day. It was 62 degrees. We threw a couple logs on to warm it up. We're running off the Delta Pro right now, so that's running fine. And
Well, it's Saturday morning. Coffee is made. I just got out of bed, and Jennifer told me I have to empty the bucket. I don't know I've ever show you the procedure, but in the winter we have to disconnect the drainage because it will freeze. It'll back up that pipe. It'll overflow. I think the first year I backed it right up to the sink. So what I do is disconnect the sink underneath, and I fill up a bucket. And now I gotta go dump it in the woods away from the cabin because Jen probably got food particles in here. So let's take a walk out. I'll check out that new bird feeder that I put out there. It looks pretty cool. It's small bird feed, and the other feeder that some squirrel or something bit the how much could come out. These birds now get on there and just peck it all out, and it's all on the floor. They peck through the whole bird feed and just pick out the black seeds, the big seeds. Pain in the ass. So now I got all the bird feeds on the floor or the ground over there, so that's going to bring critters. But this one only allows a certain amount. And I'm going to go see. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to break that too. Let's go take a look. Can you see it over there? Look at all my bird feed. Damn birds. So I haven't seen any yet on this one. But this is, yeah, it's filled right here. So they land here, they eat out of the little, and then more will fall down and fill. It's pretty cool. I can't wait to see when they do it. Been up for about 5 minutes. But this is what you gotta do when you live off grid. 5 minutes, I'm lifting 5-gallon buckets and going out in the cold to dump them in the woods. It's all part of the adventure. All right, let's go inside, or I can make some breakfast, sit, watch a little news. The batteries are running good. I have, I think we started running them early yesterday, maybe around 6 o'clock. And there's about 65% left, which is amazing to me because, you know, we watched TV last night till about 9:20. We're like old people. We went to sleep at like 9:20 yesterday. So around 6.
So about 3.5 hours of TV, and then the rest of the night it was running the cameras and what it always does when we're not here. And it probably was running a little bit more electricity, but not much, under 100 watts. And we're already down to 62%. And we'll see what happens when the sun comes up, see how much power it grabs from the sun. All right, let's head inside. All right, folks. Now, I went on a rant before and early in the video how much I'm disappointed in the EcoFlow. And it's still the case to a point. What happened last time, we haven't been up here in 2 weeks. Within like the first 48 hours, the Starlink drained the batteries and never turned back on. I don't know if it was when we left or after we left, because I believe it did turn on for about a 3-hour period afterwards, and I got a little bit of video from the camera out by the garden, so I was like, oh, it's on, then it's off again. So this morning I had it hooked up during the night. I woke up, I seen that it was down like 40% from the television and stuff running not all night, but the battery's drained pretty quickly, even if we don't have much on. Starlink takes a lot. So I said, there's gotta be something wrong here. And I'm looking at, in the morning, when the sun came up and I saw full sun on the panels, and I'm looking at what EcoFlow is saying that it's generating, it's grabbing. And it said it was only getting like, I think it was like 80 watts. I was like, that doesn't make sense. So I went to took a good look at it, and what it was doing, and I don't know why it does this, maybe it's new to me having the extra battery, and it pulls from the extra battery as actual wattage it's using, and it was pulling 80 watts from the other battery, and that's what it was reading, and that's what I was reading. So I said, that's something's wrong. So I disconnect the extra battery, and it goes right to 0 watts being generated. So that means the solar's not generating anything. So I come out here, I stare at the panels, and they're sunny. So then I went ahead and started troubleshooting. I ran a couple different configurations with the wiring. Nothing. Wasn't pulling anything. So at that point, I disconnected these wires that I have for extensions, because the ones that come directly from the EcoFlow on the other side of the cabin were too short, so I had to add extensions, and they make it beyond the array. So I removed them, and I just hooked up that last panel directly to the ones I have running underneath the cabin, and still nothing. So at that point I started thinking it's probably not the panels. I hooked up 2 other panels, nothing. So then I went underneath the cabin, which I don't like to do, especially when it's cold and dirty, and I almost got stuck with a rusty nail. I pulled the actual short wire, wherever that is. I'll show you in a minute, that hooks into the EcoFlow from the solar panels. I only have 1 wire like that. It blows my mind. You know how much this unit costs. This unit comes with absolutely nothing but the unit, instruction manual. That's it. Doesn't even come with the damn wire to hook solar panels into it. How crazy is that? So I had to try to order one, because I have a unit, I can't hook solar panels into it. And I tried to get the one through EcoFlow, and they were sold out. It's crazy. But if you go on Amazon, there's a bunch of them. So I bought one on Amazon, and it was working just fine. So I roll EcoFlow out of here. There it is. Jen's my camera woman. If you're getting sick from her whipping it around. But I dragged it out here. I put it right over there in the dirt. And I tested about 3 panels directly hooked up with the short cable that I bought off of Amazon to be able to plug into the EcoFlow. 0. It's getting 0 wattages. So at this point, now my troubleshooting saying that these wires are probably good. Those wires underneath the cabin are probably good, but that short wire probably shit out. And if it's not the short wire, it's EcoFlow itself. Maybe it's the port, I don't know. But I'm not happy. So now I'm gonna just stow the EcoFlow. It does charge if I plug it into the house outlet. I could run off the batteries like we did today because it wasn't running off of the solar. But this is a problem. This is probably the problem that I was bitching about, that it died within like 48 hours after we left last time and never came back on. For some reason, something's not working like it was. So, with that being said, I disconnected all my solar panels. I'm going to leave the wire because I'm definitely not climbing underneath this cabin if I don't have to when I get a new short wire. And hopefully when I come up here with the short wire, it will work. But like I said, I'm not able to take this home with me this trip up. So I'll bring the wire with me next time up, and we'll see if we can get the solar working again. And hopefully there's not a foot of snow on the ground, so I'm messing with wires in the snow.
It's a blue jay.
But that's that. Again, always something, folks. I didn't even get dressed yet. I'm still in my pajamas. All right.
Me too.
I can't even find my... All right, folks, me and Jenny Jen are off to take a little afternoon walk. It's a little icy. We're gonna do the top path here. It's a little bit easier. Generator's running, we're topping off the batteries. Like I said, no good charging the solar. Yeah, let's take a little walk in the woods. And if you didn't know, let's see, today is Saturday. Monday is Jennifer and my 30th year anniversary. We have been married for 30 years come Monday, right?
That's right.
She put up with my shit for 30 years. If you didn't know, if you're not a long-time subscriber, Jennifer and I met in high school when we were 16, and she was my high school sweetheart. And yeah, we've been together for 30 years.
Married for 30 years.
Yeah, married for 30 years. And that's pretty much unheard of these days. Got married when we were 18 years old. I was still in high school. I have a video from last year that really just tells our story. I'll link it up above. It has some good funny pictures of us when we were younger, but yeah, it is a little bit boring. It's just us yapping as we always do on the couch, or I always do. Jennifer just looks at me. Oh, there's a stick in the way. The path here is really, yeah, what happened was it used to flood up top there, and I wanted to put the cabin up there. So I had the idea of bringing the drainage, instead of flooding up there, it would flood down the side. And it worked for a little bit, but then I guess it was too much water coming off the mountainside over here, and it just started making its own little path. And the path here was the least of resistance, so it likes to flood it out right here. And usually you get around here and it stops. But in the spring, this is just all water. What I want to do up there, and I did put another a little tube. I wanted to go over to this side, flood out this side, wash out that side a little bit, and just keep the path dry. And eventually I'll be doing that. This year coming up on 2024, we plan on putting the shed up, and that will be over there. I think those trees are fresh that fell over here, Jen. These, I don't think those were down. Yeah, this is like pine heaven here, a bunch of pines.
Yeah, it'll be pretty when you get bigger.
Yeah, when they get bigger, it'll be really thick. Some of them won't. They'll all have one side that won't grow and one side will.
I wonder what rubbed the bark off of that one.
Where?
This one right
Here?
here. Yeah, the pine. The baby pine.
Oh yeah, something did. Probably a deer.
Yeah.
sharpening its antlers. Yeah, so go check out that video, folks. Let's see, what else is going on, Jen? I don't know. When we get, what's that?
4-day vacation.
Yeah, we are on a 4-day vacation. Jen and I took a Friday and Monday off, so we got a couple days up here at the cabin. Don't worry, I'll take her out somewhere nice. Yeah. And I think this is our second time this year we're going away for our anniversary, because it's the 30, you know. So we already went out and stayed somewhere a couple weeks back. And yeah, we'll probably next year also go away. It'll be our daughter's 30th birthday. See the plan in there, folks? And I think she was speaking, she wanted to go on a cruise or go to like one of the islands or something for her 30th birthday. And so Jen and I probably will end up going with her, tag along for our 30th year. All right, so this is one of the back corners of the property. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah. These trees are, look at this thing. This thing's ready to go. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, when the ferns are gone, it's really nice to take a walk. Wow, this thing is gone. It's just a tree holding it up. I'm saying it'll probably be down the next time we walk back here. Yeah. But this trail we're taking, it's off of an old logging road, and then now this is part of the trail that we walk when we take our walk to the other corner of our property. Yeah, the back part. And so I try to maintain it, and eventually when we have a couple ATVs, it'll probably be a lot easier to maintain, because we'll drive it and it'll just kill all the ferns and everything. Look at this little tree. Yeah, there's a tree. Could cut that up, use it for firewood.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Except for my ass, we'll have to haul it out. And like I said, without a ATV, that's not happening. Huh?
It's not very possible right now.
Yeah.
I wonder if the truck would get caught down.
It wouldn't be able to come this far. It'll come to the corner over there, because I've done it before. I brought the truck down. I'm not bringing my new truck down. Let's get the shit scratched out of it. But the old truck I used to bring down. There's a lot of these trees. They must have logged. Well, they did log. You can see these are cut. For some reason they didn't take it. Just left them. Or maybe they came in and thinned out some of the forest. Because it is definitely overgrown. No one really maintains it. But we have a really nice rock wall that separates our property line. Actually, if you look, they had their property surveyed, and the markings are actually about like 6 feet on the other side of that wall. Which I could give two shits. It could go right to the wall. And there's the four corners. Now, it's pretty nice to have this much property. We have 16.5, closer to
16.5, closer to 17 acres. And just don't know how big that is when you come from a town that your neighbors are right on top of each other. And then I remember when we moved to our house we're in now in Connecticut, and we were at the corner lot, we're like, wow, look at how much more privacy we have. And you know, the neighbors are still right there. And then you buy a piece of property like this and you're just like, wow, I'm getting lost on 16.5 acres. But it is big. It is a nice big piece of property. And what's good is like the neighbors that own the tracks behind us, I never see them, and they have probably like 30 acres, and their houses are way past mine, so they're probably like us. Like, we stay up top normally, and we don't really explore unless we're going hiking. There's nothing on our property except for trees and wildlife. We're just up on that top acre and a half, and the rest is just all this.
Like 2 acres.
2 acres?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what the rest of our property looks like. And yeah, we like it like that. It's very private. We could try to walk down to the creek. You want to or no?
I don't care.
All right, we're going to walk down to the creek on this side. This side, usually the creek's always a little bit deeper. We'll just take our time. We're not in a hurry. Just try and take a nice little walk. Yeah. Oh, boy. Now, our property line is marked by the stone walls. And then the stone wall ends over here. And there's actually ribbon. Go that way. There's ribbon on the trees that keep the property line. There's also, I put no trespassing signs. Hey, don't lose your stick. I made you that. I'll show you some. They should be coming up because I clearly marked like I said, when I first owned this property, it was so much. I was very happy we had this much. I was like, oh, I want to mark what's mine, and I did. And now 5 years later, like I said, you don't see anybody. No one comes on our property. That's a good thing. So I don't really have to worry about it, but you don't know what's going to happen down the road. You get some new neighbors, and all of a sudden they're doing shit on your property, right? Like riding dirt bikes and stuff like that. And then this could be a liability, so definitely marked off my side. I can't find any markings. They're coming up. See, there's the end of the stone wall, and that stone wall goes around everywhere except for here up to the street side. All we have to mark is this flags our property line. And then we try to find them and just follow them. Jennifer says she sees another one. Just be careful. You should have walked in more. Where do you see the other one?
Oh, that tree right there is super dead. Yeah, be careful. Dead. Dead. And I'm standing right under it. Look at that. That's weird, huh? How is that coming out? Fall over.
What, you saw something?
What is this? Look at this thing. Look, there's nothing near me.
Oh yeah, look at that. I think that's coming from there though.
Yeah, but underground.
Yeah.
And then it goes back
You
underground,
recorded this
obviously.
thing? Yeah.
'Cause
Cool.
it's not over here.
All right, so Jen found this little
running under something. It looks clean, like clean water too.
Yeah, I believe that's runoff because I followed this little. I've never seen this before. I went way up, and it seems like I didn't go to wherever the source is, but it looks like just runoff. And it stops right here, so I'm thinking it's probably going underground. And we're seeing it here pass, and it's probably going underground. And I'm thinking it's emptying in the creek here somewhere. Now eventually, this is why I always say I want to make a couple bridges. I would love to make some nice hiking trails or even ATV paths through the property. So you jump on, you do your run of the property, and make a nice bridge across. And when this thing is, you know, springtime and it's raining a lot, and right before spring, like in the April when all the snow is melting, this thing is full, folks. I mean, it's running to the top over here. So you'll have 3 feet of water in this creek running. Oh man, I mean, all this water comes up from higher. If you look where it enters my property, it's entering from the neighbor's yard that goes up. Ooh, look like these little, for some reason, these little pines didn't make it. Found a little bench. Look at Jenny. That's my girl. Look how beautiful that is. Nice. This is nice. I wonder exactly where we are on our property. I think I got an idea, but yeah. I can see where the roadside is. You guys are over here. Don't go over there because you sink. Yeah. We crossed the creek. All right, just take it easy up that hill. Well. I was going to do a review on like a bridge router repeater, but I cannot figure out how to make it compatible with Starlink. They said it was, but I'm not going to keep messing with it. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to pull out the chainsaw. I'm going to try to clean all this up before there's snow. And we could maybe use it this year for some kindling. And I'll go from there. But get me out of the cabin and do some stuff. It is brisk. It is cold right now. All right, let's see what I can do.
saw me do a little work, and that was a little, a lot of cutting and a lot of moving if you wanted to, you know, keep it nice and neat. I got some junk wood here burning. Jen was sitting behind me in this little green chair watching me work, and I turned around and she wasn't there. You probably see me on the video. Go check on her. She's inside, take a little nap. She said her stomach didn't feel well. That's probably because we had a big lunch. But I just went in again to check on her, and she's watching Mr. Magoo's Christmas. That girl, she's hilarious. But I did clean it all up. Look, I even put the log or the branch holder away for the winter. And this is where you just saw me cutting everything. I cleaned it all up. I was thinking about raking all those leaves in my old fire pit and throwing a match on it, but it's all wet. It'll probably all smoke. So I'm sure in the springtime when I run the mower or with all the snow sitting on that, it's just gonna all disappear. But yeah, it was a pain in the ass. But as you can see, I covered them up, got them. I didn't put them right on the ground for, you know, termites and crap get in it. But who knows? This will be good firewood for outside. As you can see over here in the past, like the past several years, if I cut something down, I would drag it over here and just throw it over here. And when we have campfires, we'll come over here and grab it, cut it up, and it's pretty much dried out by then and goes right up. So that's my thinking. Whoa, almost busted my ass. It's icy over here on the range today. All right, I want to pick this up before it gets covered in snow. We may do a snow shoot this year. I don't know. All sounds good. Everybody always says they want to do it, but then no one does it. All right, so I'm gonna put my stand over there and clean up the range just a little bit. This stays out all year. As you can see, man, it's a good thing. If you look here, you see it caught around. One of my buddies, I think it was actually Vinny. I think every single hole except for I think I dinged it on right there was caused by Vinny. I don't know. He loves shooting the tubes. These conduit cost about $10 for an 8-footer if I remember correctly. But they sell this as a kit. If you look here, it's like a little U, and the feet slide into the tube. And there's another one here, and you just kick the feet out, and it locks the pipe in place. And you could get a pretty long piece. And the hooks come too, and then you just hang your plates on the hook. Basically, I've never had an issue, knock on wood, with this setup. It works very well. It just swings. So soon as a round impacts the plate, it dumps the round directly underneath. And it actually, if I look right here, you can see a bunch of fragments of rounds. See? Well, this one just flattens it right out. Here's your bullets. And the ones someone probably was shooting hollow points. These are fragments. I'll probably clean them up next year. But let me clean up the range a little. I want to move that, get it out of there before it gets buried with 3 feet of snow. I got my old truck toolbox bed. It was sitting in the back of my bed when I had an old F-150 a while ago. That thing's great. Holds all my targets, my steel plates, everything like that. Has a lock on it. Only problem is somehow a freaking little mouse got in there and chewed up a bunch of my targets. Well, if you lasted this long in the video, you are a fan. Like I said, we probably won't be up here till New Year's. We might come up for New Year's, spend our New Year's up here. Folks, we're about to pass another Christmas. The years are flying. I know I try to motivate a lot of my subscribers, but you know, do something with your life. Get off the couch. Go out on the weekends. Make some plans with your wife, your girlfriend. Just don't sit there idle, staring at a TV screen. Do something. Go on hikes. Plan trips. Do things. Make the money while you're young, so when you're a little bit older, you can enjoy life. I know so many people do nothing on their free time. Oh, I worked all week. I'm tired. Then you need to go to the gym. You shouldn't be tired all the time. Yeah, I just don't understand how people live their lives. We're here a short period of time. I told you that many times. Do something. I just read on Facebook the other day, someone posted something, got a little too probably deep in it, but people always talk about leaving a mark in this world. I don't want to leave a mark in this world. I want to live my life while I'm here and feel a sense of accomplishment when I leave this world, that I feel like I haven't wasted my gift of being born, a gift of being born here in America at this time. It is a gift. If you've been around the world and seen the places I've been to, I thank God every day I was born here. Don't waste your time here. I want to feel accomplished. I don't want to leave a mark. The only mark I want to leave is the one on my gravestone. And I know in a couple generations, no one will know who I am. I don't care. I never ever tried to keep up with the Joneses. Never jealous at what someone else has that I don't. Because I know for a fact, material things mean nothing, especially for people that have everything. It's the things that guys like me have that people will never achieve. And just motivation itself to get things done and stop being lazy, that's becoming very rare. Not expecting everything to be given to you, not feeling sorry for yourself all the time, not saying, oh, I got anxiety, I can't do that, I have to be medicated. I probably get in trouble for saying that, but most of the people that I know, and I know for a fact, they're their own worst enemies. They're the reason why they're medicated, because they don't know how to cope. And you know, if you were taught to be a little tougher growing up, you wouldn't have that, oh, something's wrong with this kid, let's bring him to the doctors. You get that from when you're raised either being a tough kid, or you're raised by people that, oh, he did bad on his test, that's because he was up all night playing video games or doing whatever. Instead of maybe a little discipline, they give the kid a way out. Always give the kid a way out. And I'm not saying that certain kids don't have real problems. They absolutely do, and they need to be addressed at a young age, and they can't be overlooked, because then you're setting them up for failure. But a lot of these kids, they got anxiety, they need medication. No, because everybody has anxiety. You just have to learn how to cope with it. If you had good parents, they would tell you when you come to them and say, listen, I don't want to go to school this year, I'm scared. It starts probably at an early age, stuff like that. Summer breaks over, you gotta go meet a bunch of new friends, or you move to a new school, or you got a job interview. Instead of, fearing the next day, spending up all night worrying about it, you just gotta really think to yourself that it's going to be okay. I've never ever had a time that I felt anxiety and said, oh my God, and I dreaded the next day. And the next day came and went, and either it went a lot better than I ever thought, or it went bad. But nothing came of it, you know? And all that worrying and all that stress and all that, you know, spending your night tossing and turning for no reason. So when you learn not to give a shit and let the chips fall where they may, life becomes a lot easier, and you don't need that medication. But when you're raised and you're stressing out and your parents say, oh, Bobby needs to go to the doctor, he's stressed. Now you're teaching this kid something's wrong with him. He can't cope on his own. He needs to be medicated. And then just keep snowballing. And then the kid will tell his friends that he's medicated. And, oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. And he becomes a victim. He becomes a product of his environment. More than likely, his parents are medicated. And they also can't do anything without, you know, being medicated or self-medicated or alcohol. So I don't know, I just went on a rant, but that's basically how I live my life. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. I'll deal with it when it happens. And it usually always turns out to be a lot less the outcome turns out to be, I don't know the word for it. Not prepare for the worst. It's okay to prepare for the worst, but don't get too caught up in it. All right. All right, folks, if you made it through that rant, I'm done with my walk. The birds are out. I gotta go see if they're eating my bird seed. I'm gonna start heading in, packing up, getting ready, get going. I want to avoid that storm tonight, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas, but all the other viewers, Happy Holidays. Whatever you're celebrating, I hope you have a great holiday. For me, it would be Christmas, and wish all my subscribers a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm sure I'm gonna have a short I'll put up on Christmas Eve. When I see pops, you guys can see pops. Make sure you go check out my shorts. I put out a short a week, a real quick video of me doing something stupid. But go check out my short. Probably on Christmas Eve, maybe Christmas Day, I'll put out a short. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Peace out. Until next time, hit that subscribe button somewhere. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. Do all those good things for me, folks. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.